Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going? I'm the Frame, and welcome back to the next episode of my Diablo 2 Lore Destruction Let's Play with the Amazon. Alright, so in the last episode, we did take down Bale in Nightmare difficulty. Very exciting. But here in today's episode, as you can see, I'm not quite in Hell difficulty yet, still in Nightmare. And that's mainly because I'm just going to show you guys a few of the things that I am doing here before I make my way to Hell. Or in other words, what I'm doing in preparation for Hell difficulty. Alright, so first off, let's look at my inventory and my stash. Everything is so much cleaner. Holy cow, I have cleaned this thing up so much. I got rid of a lot of these charms that I just felt like really weren't all that necessary. I'm keeping some of the ones that give me resistances and the poison ones, just because that they add quite a bit of damage. Because, I mean, as you can see, I'm getting about 75 damage, poison damage that is. That's pretty decent. And one cold, just for the cold, the slow damage, essentially. What that's pretty much for. And, that little bit of lightning resist right there. But anyways, that's what I'm keeping in my inventory. So now I have a lot more room to pick up items and stuff to sell, and get money and all that. Look over here in my stash. I have cleaned this up so well. I have acquired, I've used the cube to, transmute all these runes. So I got some decently high runes. I got one Lem rune here and some Alum and a Foul. It's pretty decent runes here. And of course you need gems to upgrade in the cube for the higher level ones. So I got to collect gems as well. And if we look at my my gear here, everything is mostly the same except for two items right now. I got this, actually three items, excuse me. I got a ring, a belt, and an amulet that I have crafted in the cube. Yeah, another reason why you need to collect gems. I'm primarily going for the blood, equipment, I guess. And that's essentially getting me life leech. But if we look at this stuff here, pretty decent. And look at my belt here, also really good. A little bit of life leech, that chance for open wounds, very nice. Enhanced damage, sure, I guess. And look up at this one, gives me a little bit of mana leech as well. Faster run walk is kind of nice. But the resistances on everything is also really good. Except this doesn't give me any resistances, but that's okay. Got resist on those other things. This one I already had. I've had this guy for a while. And one other thing that I want to talk about is my use of the circlet still. So if we look at my stash here, I found Gilliam's face. I found this some time ago. Don't quite remember when. I showed it off in an episode some time ago. But anyways, I would actually really like to use this helm. I actually would prefer using it over the circlet. But the only reason I'm continuing to use the circlet is because of the mana leech. And the mana leech actually allows me to use multiple shot a lot more often, or allows me to not have to use so many mana potions, and I can keep more health potions in my belt, which is at this point a little bit more beneficial because of my very low life. I really do need these health potions in my belt. At least I'm finding that I need them. Maybe you're better than me, I don't know. And you may not need them, but I find that they're really beneficial for me. So again, I'd much rather use the Gilliam's face here, but this is helping me out a lot. Plus it has knockback, that's kind of nice too. But it's really the mana leech that I need, and that's why I'm lacking so far in my gear, except for this guy, which gives me like 3%. So in total, I got 10% mana leech, which is really nice. But yeah, that's about it for my gear and my stash here. I'm so happy I got this cleaned up. I needed to really buckle down on that one. But let's look at my mercenary here. Everything is pretty much the same except for this guy. We got treachery, everybody. We finally got treachery on my mercenary. I did find another mage plate with 2 sockets in it. It's pretty awesome. A little bit more defense than the piece of armor that I had before. I forget what it's called. But it has a little bit more defense, so definitely an upgrade. And this will be really nice for my mercenary because, I mean, right now he already has max resists, but the fade proc is still really good because it does, I believe the fade, the ability fade, gives an invisible, like it doesn't show it, but it does give you more defense as well. I forget how that all works, but it does give you more defense in general. So that's really nice. The attack speed is really awesome. Hit recovery, really, really awesome. So in general, this is a very big upgrade for my mercenary. But you know, weapon and helm are the same for right now. Look at my stats here. I got these 70 points I don't quite know what to do with yet. I am waiting until I get to hell difficulty before I decide to put them in vitality or not, because, you know, glass cannon's fun. And see if we can continue on with that. But, so yeah, I'm going to leave those alone for right now and wait till we get to hell difficulty. But that's enough of that. What the main purpose of this episode was to show you how I kind of went about acquiring some of these items and what I'm doing to prepare for hell difficulty. So, you know, my main purpose was to try and find a little bit better gear, and that mainly means my rings and my belt and all that. I would really like to find a little bit better gloves, but I might have to stick with these guys for a while. But anyways, one thing that's really good to do is to be in Act 3 here and go to Lower Crust. Okay, so Lower Crust has super chests, and you know, it has a really, excuse me, there's a lot of chests to open up in this area, and every chest has, of course, a random chance of dropping pretty decent items. But there's also super chests in this area, and this guy, I really want to kill him. And you just essentially have to locate them, and I have found them to be, not this one, but I'll open that up anyways. It's always good to open up all of the chests that you find, because you never know what's going to drop. But the super chests are located for me over here, so nothing really good there. Nothing really good there either. Open that guy up, nothing in there. Run over here, get this guy. Nothing really there. This is on Players 1, I guess. If I was on Players 8, I'd be getting more items. But just for the purposes of this episode, and getting through things a little bit quickly, I just have things on Players 1 for right now. But anyways, that's essentially what I was doing a lot of off-screen. Just going to Lower Crust, doing Lower Crust runs, and this allows you to find items, but what I was mainly looking for was gems. So if you looked at my stash, you know, when we were back in town, I had a lot of gems, and I was getting a lot of them from this area. Another good place to do some gem farming would be the, golly, what's it called? Arcane Sanctuary. So if we went to the Arcane Sanctuary here in Act 2, the wraiths, I don't know what they're called. See if I can find some of them. Not these guys. Whoops! I'm doing it again, everybody. I'm bad. Anyways, let's just keep moving on. Yeah, these guys, the Spectres. These guys have a pretty decent chance of dropping gems, but you have to be careful, because if you kill them not on the walkways, they won't drop anything. Like, they'll just kind of be lost. So you gotta be very careful when you're... Whoa, boss back. Holy cow. Alright guys, get in front of me. Take these guys down. There we go. That was interesting. But again, if you kill those guys when they're not on the platform, the items will just fall into this nothingness space. But whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Head back to town here really fast. And the third thing that I've been doing is cow level, the secret cow level here in Nightmare. Run back to Rogue Encampment, run over here. And we got the secret cow level here. And this is a really good place to do some farm. Well, hey, look at that. A diamond. Perfect. This is what I kind of wanted to show off. Good place to go to find gems as well as other items, money, and just experience in general. Very good place to go, because these guys drop a lot of stuff. And, whoa, is that the Cow King? Oh, no, it's Soul Lust. I didn't know there could be another, a boss pack in here. Shows what I know, right? Anyways, let's just take these guys down. Soul Lust, interesting. Take him down. I heard a gem drop. Where are you? Zweihander. What dropped? Am I blind? Probably. There it is, a diamond. Haha. So again, you know, good place to go and find gems. And again, gems are needed to upgrade runes, and they're also needed to do crafting if you want to do crafting as well. So, good place. These are essentially what I've been doing in order to find those things. But again, also Countess runs. Countess runs are incredibly important. I am out of teleport. Oh,
I can't.
I can't. Okay, I didn't want to anyways. Don't worry, I'll just let's run right over here. Easy peasy. Again, another good place is Countess runs. Countess runs are very beneficial because you get a lot of runes and you can, like I was mentioning earlier, just upgrade them in the cube. So that's just one other thing I've been doing, and the last thing that I've been doing, I think this is the last thing, is Mephisto runs. And I haven't really found anything from Mephisto runs, as you can tell from my inventory, because I don't really have any other new items, unfortunately. But I have been doing some Countess runs as well. I don't know why I'm over here. Yeah, now I remember. Because, you know, try and get some good items from Mephisto. I was hoping for a little bit better gloves, but haven't really been that lucky just yet. I think that's about it, though, guys. I think that's all I really wanted to go over like that. Here in today's episode, I realized this wasn't the most exciting episode in the world, but I did get a comment about you know, showing off what I do pre-hell difficulty, so I just kind of wanted to do that, show this off a little bit, kind of what I've been doing off screen for the past couple days. I mean the episode where I fought Bale, I actually recorded that like 5 days ago or something like that. And so I've had the past 5 days or so to, you know, just do all these things off screen and try and get a little bit better armor and weapons and gear in general. And if you look at my mercenary here, actually the fade proc did go off. So, you know, I mean, it hasn't really done anything to his resistances because he already had cap resistances. But that's just okay, because treachery is still really good on a mercenary. At least that I have found. I had to be convinced by a viewer. It's kind of funny. But anyways, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to go over here in today's episode. In the next episode, we will most definitely be in Hell difficulty, start out Hell difficulty, and see how things go from there. So if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any comments, questions, advice, go ahead and leave those in the comment section. If you'd like to stay up to date with what I'm doing here with my Diablo 2 lower instructional Let's Play, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also appreciate it if you went to my Facebook page, my Twitch page, and follow me over there. But until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all next time.